You ready for this display of inconceivable stupidity? Because of inventory and accounting not being properly automated and up to date, quote, the Pentagon plans to destroy more than $1 billion worth of ammunition, although some of those bullets and missiles could still be used by troops, according to the Pentagon and congressional sources. Wait. What did I just say? Okay, hold on here, because that was a direct quote from the article. So they have this big article on this on USA Today, or in USA Today, and I'm going to issue a challenge to people right now. I dare you to read the article and tell me what reason they give for doing this. They don't really give a reason. It's just like this vague, abstract, we did wasteful purchases idea that they're throwing out there. But the other line from the article directly contradicts that idea. It says, quote, the Pentagon plans to destroy more than $1 billion worth of ammunition, although some of those bullets and missiles could still be used by troops. That's directly from the article. So what the hell's going on here? How can you possibly do something so incredibly stupid, and it's just like a nonchalant, casual article that's written? It's just like, no, we're just going to flush $1 billion down the toilet. So why are they doing it? Corruption. I know it's like the old tired answer to give, and you guys are probably sick of hearing about it, and I'm sick of fucking talking about it. Believe you me, this gets under my skin so much because it's the same answer in every single political story. But why else would you throw out $1 billion worth of perfectly good ammunition if it isn't corruption? Now, what do I mean by that? Let me get a little more specific. Well, if you throw out $1 billion worth of ammunition that's just sitting around and nobody's using right now, well, then what's going to happen? Eventually, you're going to need ammunition again because, of course, the United States Army, and I should say the defense industry in the U.S. is the biggest employer of people in the entire world. That's a fact, a mind-blowing fact at that. So eventually you're going to need more bullets, or you're going to want more bullets, or there's going to be contracts for more bullets, and then what happens? It's a jobs program. Okay, so these defense contractors get to make more bullets, and the buddies with political connections who donated to the politicians get to put more money in their bank accounts, and all these people in the random places in the middle of Illinois and Michigan get to keep their jobs, and that's what continues the economy going around. You know, it's a sad reality that we now have a warfare economy in the United States of America. Between our 900 military bases around the world and what we did in Iraq and what we're doing in Afghanistan and what we're doing with drones in Yemen and Somalia and Pakistan and, you know, the feuds we continue to get in and continue to try to be involved in, whether it's Syria or whether it's sending troops to Belarus or to the border in Ukraine with the situation with Russia that's unfolding. Just time and time again, when you read articles about how, we're going to try to do this now with our... I read an article today, we did a military pact with the Philippines. Why? Who knows? Who the fuck knows? They said something vague about like, well, they want to stop China's military expansion in the region. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So what? Oh, we expand, we do the fucked up thing first so that they can't beat us to the fucked up thing? Oh yeah, what a great idea that is. But it's just this idea that let's spread more and spread more and spread more, and by the way, keep making the tanks, keep making the planes, keep making the bullets, and then, we gotta throw them out and just keep making them? Fine, dude, it doesn't matter. As long as we can keep the economy going around and around and around and around and continue to pass these contracts and make people rich, fine, just do it. It's that old Smedley Butler article, War is a Racket, from the 1930s. He says, no, the reasons you think we go to war, those aren't the actual reasons we go to war. It's a very, very profitable endeavor for a small number of people, and they really don't care about the moral consequences because they're not going over there and getting their limbs blown off. Their kids aren't going over there and getting their limbs blown off. They're making all the money in the world, and they're fine. They're sitting on their comfortable couches with their sports cars, and they have political connections, and they're doing the cocktail circuit. They don't give a shit about that stuff. And I know it sounds, somewhat Alex Jonesy, somewhat conspiracy-like, but it's really not. When you follow the money, you can see how it works. We've covered it on the show before. How much money has Raytheon given, and Boeing given, and KBR, and, the rest of these defense contractors that pay money to the politicians so they get contracts back. There's a big story we covered not that long ago about how there's a company that makes tanks. You had the military tell the legislative branch and tell the president, the executive branch, they said, look, we don't need any more tanks. We're good. We're overflowing as it is. So please don't make any more. Don't pass any more contracts. What did Congress do? Totally ignored the military, passed a new bill that gave another contract to the tank makers. They made the tanks, and now they're sitting in the middle of the desert in Nevada collecting dust. When the fucking military tells you we don't need any more, it's okay, we already have too many as it is, and they ignore it and pass the bill anyway, what are they doing it for? Because they're corrupt. Because they're just paying back the buddies that gave them campaign contributions, so they're getting rich in the process, even though the tanks are going to collect dust.